Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So one of my students asked me, what is the best way to, switch from IK to FK? Okay, sometimes there is technical issue. Sometimes the animation is a bit jittering and it's difficult to control. And he asked me this question, so I thought about, I wanted to share my tips and tricks and little secret here and there to share with all of you guys. Without using any script, anything. And the same things, that I'm gonna show you today it can apply to constraint as well, okay? Because sometimes when you constrain an object to another, it might be tricky in case you're changing your animation back and so on, okay? So I want to show you a few techniques that hopefully is going to be very helpful, okay? So I'm having here the pose of the arms here in FK, okay, guys? Kind of an anticipation. And then let's assume here like 20 frames later, I want to, grab this object over here, right? So usually let's assume for this case, for this particular scenario, guys, I wanna go to IK, right? Because maybe I don't know, I wanna keep the hands on that specific pose on the table, kind of lock, okay? And so I need IK. And what I'm gonna do, classic things that everybody's doing, switching from IK to FK, sorry, FK to IK, so on, right? Now, if we go and take a look at the animation, you'll notice here that there is a bit of going back here before starting to move forward. Okay, so it doesn't do exactly what we want. And as animator, it's always important to be in control of the rig. Make sure the animation, the character is doing exactly what you wanted. Don't let anything happen randomly. Okay, guys, that's not our job. So the reason why these things is happening is because on this particular frame here, the IK position is on the default pose here, and on this one over here, the FK animation is back in the previous position. So what we want to do, even though we're going to switch from IK to FK, is basically match the IK position of in this particular case in this frame here to this pose and matching the FK here, right? And that's exactly actually what I've done here. Okay, if I go here and I switch now to even though the starting frame is going to be the FK, but the IK position is going to more or less match this pose. Okay, and same here on the IK, the FK is going to match in this one. And because of this now, the transition is a lot better. Okay, it's great, it's smooth. Now the problem with this system that we have a blending happening in 20 frames. So in case you want to have a breakdown here in the middle, it's very difficult to control because now as you can see the hands only moves 50% of the time, and you can have some weird problem here and so on, right? So I do not always recommend to do this system to be like a very long blend in 20 frames. In some cases it can still be, it can still happen, okay? But most of the time, what I like to do is to having the animation going into the in a few frames, okay, or even better is in one frame, okay. Let me clear all this animation here, okay. Let me kill this one. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's assume now I want to do this one, right? What I want to do here is first of all put a key here, and okay, I want to keep this transition, but I want to extend it. I want to have a really nice and in, easy out, right? And here, maybe again, here we're gonna switch to the IK. Okay, boom, and make sure this really happens. Actually, here, sorry guys, I made a little mistake. Uh, Let me go here. Made a mistake with the key. Okay, actually reducing a lot more the exaggerate this part even more. Okay, I forgot to set the key. This is on one here. Okay, and then as you can see here, it kind of switching very quickly. Now, why I'm doing this? Because now what I can do is switching IK from here to here in one frame actually. See, I can go here, do the switch in one frame, okay? And I can manage it a lot easier, okay? Boom. See, for example, if I wanna check the arc here, right? I can go here and adjust it, okay? Boom, adjust it here, and so on, okay? No, I'm exaggerating a lot, okay? Boom, boom. Same here, okay? But it's a lot easier to manage those things if you have the animation happening in one frame, okay? So obviously, when you do these kind of things, obviously, it's done in a very cartoony way, right? But you get the idea. The change doesn't have to be that drastic, okay? Maybe it can be even less. But as long as you have a nice gap between IK and FK, for example, this frame could be good enough. It's a lot easier to manage because if you have as I showed you before, guys, like a strong blend, you can have some weird rotation. You don't know what's going on. So it's always important, whenever it's possible, to use this little trick, okay? And the same things, guys, the next things I want to talk to you about is constraint as well, because these apply to object as well, not just when you switch to IK to FK, right? So imagine, for example, I want to switch here. I want to add a constraint, to this object to the rig. Okay, let me go right here, right? And maybe I want to position this character here, right? Remove it. Maybe here, I'm gonna put it right here. And here I'm gonna select here, right? Okay, see, I'm using the momentum here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go here, set, select this object. Oops, select this one over here, constraint, parent. Okay, by default, I'm gonna put this on 0 for now. Set a key here, set a key here. Okay, so now there's no constraint. Make sure there is key on both. Activate the constraint here. Now, right, and should follow. And here it doesn't. Okay. You see, it's always easier to manage a constraint or doing IKFK switch when it's happening in one frame. It's a lot easier to control also because if you always have a long blend, between 5 to 6 frame, at the moment you start to animate, this one is going to affect the constraint that is, still blending, same with the IK and FK. So I found this way to be the most efficient, guys. Obviously, guys, it doesn't work all the time. There are cases where your animation is to be very slow, and in that case, you might need another tool integrated into the rig. But I would say with this one, you don't need anything. You don't need plugin, any extra script or anything. You can just need the rig and Maya. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you, as usual, could learn something from it. If you have any question or concern, let me know in the comment and I will try to answer. Okay, guys. See you next time. Ciao.